Hello there, good evening, and many thanks for joining us here on Rwanda Television News. We do hope you had yourselves a very productive day. And now, top of our stories tonight, these are our headlines. President Paul Kagame Tuesday joined other global leaders in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum that got underway. The government of Rwanda revealed that it is set to increase the cervical cancer treatment services. On the international scene, Malawi Catholic bishops reject blessings of same-sex unions. We are glad to have your company tonight, coming to you straight from the heart of Africa, Kigali. My name is Martina Avera. Now, President Paul Kagame on Tuesday joined other global leaders in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum that got underway. Sam Kalisa has more on this report.
Convening over 2,800 leaders and experts, including prominent figures from the business, political, academic, and civil society realms, the four-day forum is expected to navigate the complex global landscape and, at the same time, seek solutions to pressing challenges. Under the theme, Rebuilding Trust, leaders are also expected to address urgent humanitarian and security challenges. The 54th Annual World Economic Forum comes against a backdrop of escalating geopolitical tensions, evolving economic policies, and rapid technological advancements. According to the WEF organizers, leaders will concentrate on 6 critical themes: economic resilience, energy transformation, globalization, productive artificial intelligence, strengthening institutions, and women's health. Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the WEF, emphasized the imperative to rebuild trust in a fragmented world witnessing increased social divisions. He said the forum explores the impact of the technological revolution, sustainability, and the rise of populism. President Paul Kagame joins a list of several world leaders expected at the forum, including China's Vice President Li Qiang, French President Emmanuel Macron, UK Chancellor Jeremy Hunt, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, Israeli President Isaac Herzog, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and more.
Not moving far from that, on the sidelines of the World Economic Forum, President Paul Kagame met with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken for discussions on ongoing cooperation to ensure sustainable peace in the region by addressing the root causes of the conflict. The meeting follows a visit by Avril Haines, Director of National Intelligence, in November last year. President Paul Kagame also met with the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and discussed the ongoing situation in Ukraine and efforts to resolve the conflict. President Kagame also received Jacob Stockholm, the CEO of Rio Tinto, a leading global mining group that focuses on finding, mining, and processing the Earth's mineral resources. Their discussion focused on partnerships and investment opportunities in the mining sector. 28 people have died in Rwanda as a result of natural disasters since October last year, 11 of them during this month of January. The ministry in charge of emergency management has been coordinating with other institutions to assist others that have been affected. We have more on this report.
Damage to major roads caused by flash floods in recent days has in some cases been significant enough to bring about a complete stop to traffic. When the rain came down, it completely wiped out the road at this location, stopping all traffic. There was an ambulance taking a pregnant woman to the hospital, and she was forced to give birth right here on the road. Regional trade depends on this road, with goods coming from Kenya and elsewhere passing through here. We are very worried. Look at that land over there. It is all but gone. We were on our way to Gatuna to harvest crops, only to find that the road had slid away. It was at around 5:30. Local residents here trade a lot with the people over the border because we all need certain things from each other and they are important. In Kigali city's suburbs, homes have not been spared in the recent downpours. I went outside to see what was happening and found that our neighbor's wall was collapsing onto our house. No one was injured, and I thank God for that. But our property has been damaged. In the provinces, farmers have more to worry about than just damage to their homes because their crops too are usually destroyed, but the risk to human life is always the greatest concern. The child came and told me that tiles were falling off the house, and when I went to check, I found a tree had fallen onto the house, triggering the collapse. A lot of rain came down, but my husband and I had gone to attend a local meeting and we were not present. Our little children were asleep in the house and we were lucky that they were not harmed when the roof fell off. Everything was soaked, however, including them. Since October last year, more than 4,000 families have had to be relocated from the high-risk zones in 14 districts to temporary lodgings, with a more permanent solution currently being formulated. And with these latest strains, authorities must ensure that they all get the help they need. Based on our experience in past years and what people need when natural disasters strike, it is always best to stockpile supplies and have them ready at all times, which is what we need. We also assess different areas to try and anticipate where most help will be needed and coordinate with local authorities to provide the necessary assistance depending on how severe the situation is. Damaged roads are also being repaired to allow traffic to resume as quickly as possible. In the morning, we began activities on the hill looming above the road, coordinating with the district traffic authorities to divert traffic. We are working day and night to get this done as we speak and expect traffic to resume between Nyamagabe and Huye tomorrow. It will, however, be a temporary measure using a dirt road on the hill, not the main tarmac one below, just so traffic can resume. Figures from the ministry in charge of emergency management indicate that 28 people have died from incidents rated from natural disasters since October. There have been 98 injuries, 165 homes have been destroyed, while 996 have been damaged. As much as 478,000 hectares of land have been affected. 11 people died between the 1st and 15th of this month of January because of natural disasters.
The government of Rwanda revealed that it is set to increase the cervical cancer treatment services. Patients of this cancer demonstrate that if they would have been checked earlier, it would have increased their healing chances. Prince Manzi has more on this report.
In Rwanda in 2022, 600 people were tested to have cervical cancer, a number that decreased to 447 in 2023. If I would have been late, I would not be alive. The advice to ladies is as soon as you see that you are bleeding, is to immediately go for checkups. One of the measurements to curb this disease was to vaccinate girls aged 12. Currently, 93% were vaccinated. Nevertheless, there are some who demonstrate that they were not vaccinated or aware of the program. I am not vaccinated, but I think if I would have been vaccinated, it would be great because it can prevent me from a lot of things. The World Health Organization demonstrates that in 2020, there were 604,000 patients of cervical cancer and 342,000 succumbed to this disease. In Rwanda, in 8,835 patients of 10 various forms of cancer in year 2020, 1,229 were of the cervical cancer, equivalent to 13.9%, and 1,237 people had breast cancer, equivalent to 14%. The surgery of the cervical cancer is insured by the community-based health insurance, whilst the chemotherapy is still in the process of being insured as it is in need by more than 500 annually. The director of the cancer program at the Rwanda Biomedical Center, Dr. Theonest Maniragaba, states that there were reinforcement in curbing and treating cervical cancer.
We aim that by next year we will have covered the whole country. And for that, during that time, we will be able to make sure that all women that feel that they can go for awareness and even screening, they can find it are near to their community in health centers. Apart from that, we know that among those that we screen, there may be those who are found to have cancer. So what we do, we have a program that is called Navigation, which makes sure that people don't delay in their communities, but we take them, we orient them to treatment centers, which are these hospitals that we have, referral hospitals. And
only 20 districts across the country currently have cervical cancer consultation services. The Rwanda Biomedical Center states that in 5 months, these services will be introduced in 5 districts and the rest will be added in these services next year. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Prince Manzi, for that report. Farmers say that as compared to last year, agriculture production has increased and food commodity prices have continued to reduce thanks to the 18th National Dialogue Council Umushyikirano resolutions. However, they call for necessary measures to be taken in order to see the sector flourish even more. We have more on this.
The 18th National Dialogue Council, Umushyikirano, presided over by President Paul Kagame on February 27th and 28th, 2023, came up with 13 resolutions. The gathering was an opportunity to reflect on government programs and reorganize efforts to fast-track their implementation. Farmers reiterate that there has been a visible and significant impact in their livelihoods following the resolutions made. I work with pig farmers, ensuring them a ready market for their pigs. I slaughter them and take them to various markets. However, food for the animals is still a problem because the prices are very high and have been increasing over the years, and this is a problem to all the pig farmers. It is better than last year. As you can see, we have good maize and beans produce, and now a kilo of beans is costing 500 Rwandan francs. We are happy that the prices of food commodities will continue to reduce. We are requesting that they provide us with fertilizers, because with good planning, the produce will increase. Luckily, rainfall has been consistently falling this season, which means that we have to plant crops on time. I urge leaders to help us get fertilizers on time. The 18th National Dialogue Council, Umushyikirano, resolved to boost agriculture and livestock productivity, focusing on access to finance for farmers, facilitating farmers, increasing milk production, sensitizing farmers to employ agriculture insurance scheme, and responding to crop pests and diseases. The resolution came at a time when diseases and pests continued to ravage some crops. Rwanda targets to double agriculture sector lending from the current 5.2% of the total share of loans from financial institutions to 10.4% by the year 2024.
The Algerian ambassador to Rwanda emphasized that Rwanda is a crucial partner that Algeria, as well as other African countries in general, is needed in addressing the global challenges that the world is currently facing. Adam Skizera with more.
The Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies in the Parliament of Rwanda, Donatille Mukabalisa, has affirmed that the two countries are steadfastly enhancing relations and cooperation for mutual benefits. They came as delegates in the summit of IPU, and we even had time for bilateral discussions, as we even established a friendship group for both parliaments, and we're even planning for the further improvements of our relations. The Algerian ambassador to Rwanda, Mohamed Mela, emphasized that the significance of Rwanda as a crucial partner for Algeria in showcasing the role of Africa in addressing global challenges.
Oui, nous avons une très bonne convergence de vues entre l'Algérie et le Rwanda.
We cooperate in various ways, particularly in foreign affairs. I expressed to the President of the Chamber of Deputies our gratitude to Rwanda for supporting our bid to secure a permanent position in the UN Security Council. As Pan-Africanists, we share collective commitment and engage a robust cooperation. Also express profound appreciation for President Paul Kagame, who served as a catalyst for reforms within the sectors comprising the African Union. His visit to Algeria, along with the subsequent ministerial visits that aimed bolstering relations, underscores our solidarity as Africans. Algeria is resolute in demonstrating its commitment by offering 2,000 scholarships to African students and contributing billions of dollars to support projects in Africa during the 35th General Assembly of the African Union. This initiative facilitated through an Algerian agency for international development, which reflects President Abdelmajid Tebboun's dedication to fostering development across the continent.
Pour financer les projets africains.
These discussions occurred just 1 week following the talks between the Algerian ambassador to Rwanda and the president of the Rwandan Senate, Dr. François-Xavier Karinda. The discussion centered on enhancing parliamentary interaction between the two countries and fostering cooperation to address global challenges. Ambassador Mela also highlighted the ongoing collaborative projects between the two countries and mentioned the upcoming initiatives. This includes agreements related to trade and visa waivers for citizens of both nations, as well as their plans for the cooperation in the military and trade sector in the near future. Adam Squizera, RTV News.
And that is all for now. On behalf of the technical team as well as the production team, we would like to thank you very much for sticking with us on RTV News. My name is Martina Avera. Stay safe and have a great night.